Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Lido Loca daily vlog.
Good morning, it is Wednesday. It is 31 days to Freeport, so exciting. I forgot my camera, so this is footage from a cell phone. How cool.
Yeah, so it's about 10:30, January the 10th. 31 days until we cruise to the Bahamas on the Carnival Liberty. I'm still trying to get over this funk, trying to get a little rest and trying to take some downtime. So I'm actually, I got fascinated about the movie The Disaster Artist late last month, toward the end of its run. Heard some interviews with the star James Franco, and he actually won a Golden Globe. Because it was successful at the Golden Globes, this popped back up at the theater, so I'm going to go use my movie pass, see Disaster Artist. The premise of the movie, it's based on the making of what's been called the worst movie ever, The Room, by this guy Tommy Wiseau, that came out in 2003. It's a cult classic. And so yeah, it's Franco's take on Tommy Wiseau making this movie. So a lot of critical acclaim. Every interview I've heard with Franco about it sounds really interesting. So got a ton of stuff on tap, but sometimes you gotta take a little downtime to get recharged. So I'm gonna go sit in a dark theater and eat some popcorn and watch The Disaster Artist. So interesting cruise talk tonight. If you want to go right to the cruise talk, you can go to that time right there. I think we're going to talk a little bit about a couple controversial topics, going to jail in Mexico, and the appropriate uses of pizza. Some interesting stories floating around the cruising community, so Jenny and I are going to tackle those tonight, so stay tuned for that. And hope you're having a great Wednesday, and we'll catch up with you later. What's up everybody? Yeah, so just got out of The Room. It was good. It makes me want to see the original movie. They showed some clips at the end side by side, and it's amazing how Franco kind of captured the essence of Tommy Wiseau. But if you haven't seen it, I mean, it's not necessarily a need to go to the theater, but it was kind of cool to see it in the theater. So yeah, check it out. I don't know what's next, but then I'm gonna head home. It's starting to warm up. It's like it was 58 when I went in. So it might be warmer now, but yeah. Hope your Wednesday's going well, and we'll catch up with you later. And we are back. Yeah, still, gosh, I'm more tired than I was when I left, so I think it might be time to take a little quick nap and wait for Jenny to get off, and gotta go pick up Greg from work. So yeah, that's it for me for now. Probably see you later with Jenny. See ya. Hey, what's up everybody?
What's going on?
It's time for a little cruise talk.
It is.
So it's we're 31 days until we cruise to the Bahamas on the Carnival Liberty.
Yeah.
Like just a month.
The Conquest class. I'm so excited.
That's exciting. It's Wednesday, January the 10th. We teased it a little earlier about some topics, maybe talking about what it means to go to jail in Mexico. I don't think I even told Jenny what that was about. But I think the big news of the day is Carnival's change to their room service policy.
I know.
So John Held set up a big reveal today that room service would no longer be free from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. On the Carnival cruise ships. They're not doing away with room service. You can still get food, but you have to pay for it. And we've had some good food now. We normally do eat room service during that time period.
Yes.
When we come back from the shows, and the thing that he was saying was that they're trying to eliminate food waste. Yeah, and so what they found, they did some analysis, and what they found was that I guess people would over-order and then not eat the food. They also are doing away with room service on debarkation day.
Yeah, that's kind of...
So I guess if maybe you weren't getting off the ship till 7 or 8, you could order some room service. But,
yeah.
What else was in that announcement? The other thing is, other than water, there's going to be a service fee for the stuff from the fun shop that you have sent to your room. So, like, if you order a plate of strawberries or...
like what we did with the bottle of Malibu.
Yeah, a bottle of rum, there's going to be an additional delivery fee. So, things are changing.
Changing just a little bit.
I think it's okay. I mean, the appeal that they're making is they're trying to save food waste. They're trying to say it's comparable inside the industry, that nobody else has this free food during this time.
But that's what bumped them up a little bit, don't you think?
Yeah, I mean, that's the whole thing. I guess it's a calculated risk, whether, you have to ask yourself whether that free room service in the late night was a differentiator that would, make Carnival more appealing. I think only time will tell. Mm-hmm. So, but I think the times that we've ordered room service were in that hour.
Yeah, they were in that window.
We ordered multiple sandwiches. We ate them.
But we ate them!
We ate them. So we weren't the wasteful ones. But yeah, it'll be interesting. So when we go on this cruise in a month, it'll be interesting to see how it affects our... It'll be interesting to see the new room service menu.
Yeah.
Again, I paid $5 for chicken wings on the last one from the room service menu, and it was delicious.
Yes, they were.
So what about you guys? What do you think? Good thing, bad thing? What do you think it'll do to the whole room service scenario?
And I mean, like, room service is, like, such a cool factor.
Yeah.
Like, you just get that wow factor of being able to come back from the show and just, change, unwind, have a little peanut butter and jelly and a little chocolate milk, and then just sail away to sleep. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, and then one of the, and I saw my own attitude echoed in a lot of comments this afternoon. Part of the thing that I like one of the things I like the most about cruising is that I paid for everything in advance.
Exactly.
And so now, if I have to start making sure I budget for a late night snack, then that kind of throws that off a little bit.
Yeah, it's kind of not cool.
I don't know. We'll have to see how it plays out. But I understand we want our pricing to stay competitive, and companies do things so they can be competitive. So
that's right.
We'll see. But also in Carnival news,
yay, some good Carnival news.
The new ship, the Panorama.
Yes.
The Panorama is currently being built, and today, January the 10th, they had a ceremony to christen the keel, which is it's the thing that sticks down in the water that keeps the ship balanced. But apparently that's one of the first things that you build when you build a ship. And so, and apparently there's a ceremony that goes with it. I'm unfamiliar with the...
When did it say it was going to sail? In October, November 2019?
Yeah, I think it's late into 2019, so I'm not sure the intricacies of the milestones of shipbuilding, but apparently setting that keel in place is a big deal. So that happened. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty interesting. Another couple stories, almost news of the weird, kind of from the side. Sorry, we both got cold still.
Yeah.
Struggling.
We are struggling.
A couple stories I found in the cruise groups that I found interesting. The first one, we've talked about it in the Lido Loca cruising community on Facebook. Open to anybody, go join that if you want to talk cruising. More interaction with us than just us talking to you through the camera. But I ran across a pretty extensive discussion about people renting cars in Cozumel and Cozumel, Mexico.
The Jeeps.
Yeah, and the main question, interestingly enough, they also rent like classic Volkswagen Bug convertibles, so you can tool around Mexico. Sounds super cool. And we thought about renting a Jeep when we were trying to go the first time. But the question posed was, if your credit card offers car insurance, should you still get the additional insurance down in Mexico? And so for us, whenever we rent a car, we use a credit card that provides car insurance, so we don't take the additional coverage. We're big believers in insurance. Every time we get asked the travel insurance question, we say yes. I would rather pay a nominal fee and be covered than get stuck with a huge bill.
Exactly.
So what's interesting in this car rental scenario in Mexico is that most credit cards do not cover international rental. And so I don't know how much the insurance is, but what happens in Mexico if you get in an accident, and it was a huge thread. There was at least 10 people that had this story. I got in a car accident in Mexico. They took me to jail.
Jail.
And I had to stay at the jail until I was able to pay whatever they decided was the damage to the vehicle or the health requirements of the people that were in the accident.
That is so scary.
Yeah, so there's somebody that said I had to stay in jail overnight. And then even people who bought the insurance at the rental car place, they were taken to the police station until the insurance adjuster came and was able to pay off from the insurance they bought to the people. So
that's frightening.
That's pretty scary. So
so you're sitting in jail.
Yeah.
You miss getting back to your cruise.
Right.
If you're there on cruise.
Yeah.
So wow, what do you do?
Yeah. So
that's pretty scary.
For me, it almost dissuades me from renting a car. Yeah. Now I'm sure everybody, there's going to be plenty of people that said, like 99 out of 100 people rent a car, no issue, return it.
Exactly.
But my luck, I always feel like I would be the one person that would be in Mexican jail with no money going how am I going to get out of Mexican jail?
And I'll be calling everybody hey, how do I get him out of here?
Yeah, and apparently it's it's not like you can, if you can't swipe your debit card or credit card, you gotta have cash most of the time.
Oh, that's so scary.
So, yeah.
Well, and who knows, right? If it's worked here, maybe they gouged the price, hey, that little dent in the fender is, 10 grand.
Somebody had a fender story, too. They were accused of having scratched the fender. And fortunately, the wife of the couple had taken pictures before they left.
Smart.
But they were going to make them buy a full fender or take them to Mexican jail.
Who always takes pictures of the cars?
Jenny. So that's interesting. Let me kick that back to you. Have you ever rented? Have you ever been on a cruise, rented a vehicle in a foreign port, and what was your experience? Did you take the insurance? Did it go well? I'm sure it did. Again, we're dealing with statistical improbability, but at least on that post I was reading, and that was in one of the larger groups that has over 100,000 members. There was probably 40 or 50 posts in that discussion, and at least 10 people in there had the go to Mexican jail scenario.
So that's 1 out of 5.
Yeah. Well, and of course maybe just the people with the experience are going to speak up, but yeah, I think I would just rent a taxi or something. I would just pay a taxi. But anyways, we're slated to go to Cozumel this year, so we'll have to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
And then the final story is, I don't know if it's a hoax or if it's real, but we've seen this. Somebody sent it to me from the Lido Loca cruising community in a private message, and then I saw it in some of the bigger groups. But I believe it was a memo from Norwegian.
Oh, I saw
that was passed out amongst, I guess, people on the ship. And basically it said that people were not eating the pizza, the 24-hour pizza, but they were doing inappropriate things with the pizza.
Yeah.
So, to the point that they had to send out a memo and encourage people not to do inappropriate things with the pizza.
Come on, people.
So, 2 things on this. Question for you guys out there.
Is it a hoax?
Is it a hoax? Do you believe it's real, or did somebody just Photoshop the... And I saw two different versions of it. So,
it's probably a hoax.
No, I mean, I saw 2 different pictures, 2 different people, right? And so, I think I'll have to look. And then, so is it a hoax? And number 2, I don't know if you are as outraged as I am. I'm not as outraged that people are doing inappropriate things with pizza. I am just outraged that is pizza that could be eaten that's going to waste.
That's right, especially if it's pepperoni.
I know, it doesn't seem right.
It's wrong, people.
It's wrong. But what's the world coming to?
Don't waste a good piece of pizza.
What kind of craziness is going on these cruise ships? But yeah, I'm leaning toward the hoax side, but it was too much of an interesting story to pass up.
Yeah.
So yeah, wild times on Norwegian. I don't know. I don't know what that means. I heard the food was good there, but I didn't know it was that good.
Is it true or is it false?
True or false? But anyways, hope you guys are doing good on a Wednesday night. I hope you guys are keeping all your cruise news straight, trying to figure out what's fun in the cruising world and what's not. We're having a good time thinking about it. Join in the conversation. Join us on Facebook at the Lido Loca Cruising Community. Leave a comment below in the YouTube. And if you haven't, I'd say consider subscribing with notification on. Following us on social media, at Twitter and Instagram at Lido Loca. And I think it's almost time to start packing for our cruise.
Yeah, and we're going to go take some vitamin C. It's actually pills, not vitamin C of the ocean.
Yeah, have a kind thought for us because we're having trouble shaking this this funk.
Yeah.
But we miss you guys. We don't want to be away. Yeah. So we're glad to spend our time with you guys. So I hope you guys are doing good. And I guess until the next time.
We'll see you on the Lido.
We'll see you on the Lido.
Bye.
Bye.